The Bombardier Challenger 600 series is a family of business jets. It was first produced by Canadair as an independent company and then produced from 1986 by Canadair as a division of Bombardier Aerospace. Development. The origin of the Challenger 600 lies in Canadair unregistered trademark S purchase of a concept for a business jet aircraft, the Lear Star 600, from the American inventor and aircraft developer Bill Lear. However, Lear had practically no influence on the ensuing development and design of the aircraft. Even the name Lear Star was not new to this concept, since Lear had long before used the name for his conversion of Lockheed Lodestars into business transports. Thus, Canadair quickly abandoned the name Lear Star and adopted the name Challenger. Canadair's top management was of the opinion that Lear unregistered trademark S concept was sketchy at best. Lear did not have an expert grasp of aeronautical engineering. He was also at financial low point, with a tiny staff. Thus, he had only been able to pay a California aeronautical consultant to do some very preliminary design explorations. However, Canadair planned to use Lear unregistered trademark S name and skills at self-promotion to secure extensive financial guarantees for a business jet project from the Canadian federal government. This proved an effective choice. In the 1980 the National Film Board of Canada documentary on the development of the aircraft, future Prime Minister Jean Croix Copyright 10 specifically refers to the effect of personal contact with Lear. At the time of these events, Croix Copyright 10 was successively President of the Treasury Board, Minister of Industry, Trade and Commerce, and Minister of Finance, in the Canadian federal government. Due to the use of letters of comfort, the extent of the ministry's financial commitments for Canadair could be kept from Parliament and the public for several years. These financial guarantees were later used as an academic example of insufficient monitoring and lax controls in government support of industry. While the Challenger would be similar in general configuration to other aircraft of its type already on the market, certain of its features would stand out. For example, the use of a widened fuselage that allowed a walkabout cabin. The Challenger was also one of the first bijets designed with a supercritical wing. On November 8, 1978, the prototype aircraft took off at Montreal, Canada. The second and third prototypes flew in 1979. A test flight on April 3, 1980 in the Mojave Desert resulted in disaster, the aircraft crashing due to the failure of the release mechanism to detach the recovery chute after a deep stall, killing one of the test pilots. Despite the crash, both Transport Canada and the Federal Aviation Administration in the United States certified the aircraft in 1980, albeit with restrictions to pilots including a limited maximum takeoff weight. A program to reduce the aircraft's weight was then implemented to improve the aircraft's range. Challengers can be identified visually by their distinctive Fowler flap design, where the fairings can be seen below the wings, a sight much more common on commercial airliners. Variants: CL600 centiliters-600, original production version, powered by Evo-like-humming ALF502L turbofans of 7,500 pound-force thrust each. Built from 1978 to 1982 centiliters-600S, 3 centiliters-600s retrofitted with the winglets introduced on the CL601-1A. Canadair CC-144, 12 aircraft purchased by the Royal Canadian Air Force, including the CE-144 and CX-144, Canadair CE-144, 3 electronic warfare/EW trainers converted from basic CC-144. Canadair CX-144, second prototype, a centiliter-600-1A11, CN1002, allocated to the RCAF after finishing test program. Used at the Aerospace Engineering and Test Establishment, CFB Cold Lake until retirement in 1993, now preserved at the CFB Winnipeg. Designated CC-144 in service. CL601 centiliters-601-1A, a refined version including winglets to decrease drag and more powerful General Electric CF34-1A, centiliter-601-1AR, 601-1A retrofitted with an additional fuel tank in the tail, CL601-3A, GECF 34-3A engines with a higher flat rating and a glass cockpit. This was the first version marketed by Bombardier, indeed. CL601-3AER, 601-3A with an additional, optional fuel tank in the tail. CL601-3R, the tail tank was made standard. CF34-3A1 engines were introduced. CL601's version powered by GECF 34-3A2 engines, CL600 4 a major upgrade of the 601 design, incorporating more advanced GECF 34-3B engines. Increased fuel capacity, including saddle tanks in the rear of the aircraft. New undercarriage for a higher takeoff and landing weight. Structural improvements to wings and tail. And a new Rockwell Collins Proline 4 avionics system. CL604 MMA, multi-mission aircraft, militarized version, developed by Field Aviation, in Danish service. The aircraft are employed on maritime patrol and search and rescue missions. They are capable of landing on the short, rough, gravel airstrips common in the Arctic. C-143A, a single Challenger 604 aircraft was acquired by the United States Coast Guard in December 2005 as its new medium-range command and control aircraft. CL605. CL605, introduced in early 2006 as an avionics and structural upgrade of the 604 design. Structural improvements include larger cabin windows. Cockpit instrumentation updated with the Collins Proline 21 avionics and electronic flight bag capability. It can be visually identified by a new, rounded tail cone. CL605 MSA, a maritime patrol aircraft design under development by Boeing. Boeing has proposed a repackaging of some of the Boeing P-8 Poseidon sensors but not weapons into a less expensive airframe, the Bombardier Challenger 605 business jet. This aircraft is named Maritime Surveillance Aircraft and has been depicted with the ANAPY-10 radar, an electro-optical sensor in a retractable turret, and a magnetic anomaly detector. On February 28, 2014, the MSA demonstrator, which is a modified CL604, made its first flight, but the final aircraft will use the CL605 airframe. The demonstrator currently has the external shapes for the sensors and communications systems which will be added later. The final MSA is expected to cost $55 million to $60 million per aircraft. CL610 centiliters-610 Challenger E, proposed as a stretched version for use as a cargo aircraft by Federal Express, or alternatively, as a passenger aircraft with seating for 24 passengers. Federal Express placed orders for 25 centiliters-610s, but these orders were cancelled after the passage of air cargo deregulation in the U.S. in 1977. Development was halted by Canadair in 1981 without any having been built. A few years later, a new project would develop the Canadair regional jet based on a stretched Challenger design. Operators, military operators. Australia, Royal Australian Air Force, No. 34 Squadron or RAAF. Canada, Royal Canadian Air Force, designated as the Bombardier CC-144 Challenger No. 412 Squadron No. 434 Squadron. China, People's Liberation Army Air Force, Croatia, Croatian Air Force, Czech Republic, Czech Air Force, Denmark, Royal Danish Air Force, Germany, German Air Force, South Korea, Republic of Korea Coast Guard, operates one CL604, outfitted for maritime patrol. United States, United States Air Force, United States Coast Guard, designated as the Bombardier C-143 medium-range command and control aircraft. Civilian operators, Canada, Air Tindy operates two CL601s, Government of Quebec, operates two CL601s. North Caribou Air, operates one CL601. SunWest Aviation, operates two CL604s. United States, FlexJet operates a few CL604s and CL605s. Czech Republic, Government of the Czech Republic, former operator, Croatia, Croatian government, former operator, a Hong Kong, government flying service, operates two CL-605s as part of fractional fleet. A Jordan, Arab Wings, a Malaysia, Hornbill Skyways, Air Switzerland, VistaJet Holding SA, Nomad Aviation, Rego Air Rescue, operates three CL-6, a Qatar Executive operates three Centiliters 605, a Turkmenistan Airlines for government VIPs. Operates two CL-605s, a UAE, Dana Executive Jets operates one Centiliter 604. Accidents and incidents, notable accidents involving Bombardier Challenger 600 aircraft, on October 10, 2000, at 14:52 Central Daylight Time, a Canadair Challenger CL-600-2B16 was destroyed on impact with terrain and post-impact fire during initial climb from runway 19 at Wichita Mid-Continent Airport, Wichita, Kansas. The flight was operating under the provisions of 14 Code of Federal Regulations Part 91 as an experimental test flight. The pilot and flight test engineer were killed. The co-pilot was seriously injured and died 36 days later. January 5, 2014. A 1994 Challenger crashed while landing at Aspen Airport, Company while traveling from Tucson, AZ. Specifications, CL-601-3A, data from, General Characteristics, Crew, 2, Capacity, up to 19 passengers, depending on configuration, length, 20.85 meters, wingspan, 19.61 m, height, 6.30 m, wing area, 48.3 mass squared, empty weight, 9,292 kilograms, loaded weight, 19,618 kilograms, useful load, 1,814 kilograms, max takeoff weight, 19,550 kilograms, power plant, TUA, General Electric CF34-3A turbofans, 40.7 kilonewtons each, performance. Maximum speed, 882 km per hour, cruise speed, 851 km per hour, range, 6,236 km, service ceiling, 12,500 m, rate of climb, 1,355 meters per minute, CL-604, data from, General Characteristics, Crew, 2, Capacity, up to 19 passengers, depending on configuration, length, 20.85 meters, wingspan, 19.61 m, height, 6.30 m, wing area, 45.7 mass squared, empty weight, 12,331 kilograms, loaded weight, 21,863 kilograms, useful load, 2,184 kilograms, max takeoff weight, 21,863 kilograms, power plant, TUA, General Electric CF34-3B turbofans, 41.0 kilonewtons each, performance, maximum speed, 870 km per hour, cruise speed, 850 km per hour, range, 6,878 km, service ceiling, 12,500 m, rate of climb, 1,355 meters per minute, see also. Related development, Bombardier CRJ-100/200, Bombardier CRJ-7001000, Challenger 800, aircraft of comparable role, configuration and era, Dassault Falcon 900, Embraer Legacy 600, references, notes. Bibliography. External links, Bombardier Challenger 605 official website, Canadian Forces CC-144 Challenger website, Challenger 600 series on smartcockpit.com, Challenger, An Industrial Romance, a 1980 National Film Board of Canada documentary on the jet's development.